So how did you get your start into making your own business?
Yeah, I mean, I got introduced to high-level business from my first mentor who was making $1 million as a consultant. I had no idea what a consultant was. I didn't know what it looked like. I was flat broke. I filed bankruptcy, and I got into a home-based business at that time, and I ended up doing so well in it that I built an organization of 4,000 people within my first 18 months. Now, the interesting part of that is that I actually ended up investing all of my money into my own magazine called Catalyst Magazine. That got me speaking at universities all over the country. People knew about me, they knew about the business aspect of things. And so I began to have a good reputation as far as knowing business, marketing, and all this happened before social media existed. So if you think about that, I mean, people whine right now about not being able to make money from home, and I'm like, I made it from home, like a 6-figure income in my 20s without fucking Facebook. That's like, duh. And so, for me, I began to build on that street cred that I created, and I ended up learning a lot. I mean, I've read, 694 books right now on self-development, business, leadership, personal growth. I mean, I never stopped learning, because if you stop learning, then you end up dying mentally. And so, that's how I started this whole process. Now, when it came to building my brand, Bar Talk and Coffee, that happened from, I was mad, I was pissed off, somebody had to shit on my dreams, and I was like, fuck, you're gonna shit on my dreams? And I came home one morning with a cup of coffee, and I said, welcome to Bar Talk and Coffee. And so that ended up opening up the doors for me to launch District Media Press, because people had been inboxing me on how I started Bar Talk and Coffee and how I got the apparel going and what that looked like. And so it all kind of was somewhat of a I would say, if you look at it going down a mountain, it kind of just springboarded over and over and over and over and became something larger than I think I could have ever anticipated. And so that kind of manifested everything. Now, the most interesting part of this is that we've had challenges since launching District Media Press. We didn't charge what we felt like we were worth at first. So we charged too little for the amount of work that we did. And then we raised the prices, and we realized that we were then charging too little for the work that we did. And I sent an email out to our organization apologizing to them that everybody wasn't full-time yet, because that was my fault. I had to own that as a leader, because I should have been charging what we're worth for the work that we're doing, because we create high production content. And so that kind of opened up, I think, our minds of, okay, we're building a machine for these businesses, and we're doing it where it counts the most, which is social media, and even some PR side of things and some offline side of things. And so from there, we started to have some internal issues, because my focus began to go over here, where I know that this is what we're worth over here, and then that caused some people over here to feel like I left them out. So we lost a client here or there, which is fine, it's a part of doing business. And so we've had some highs and lows when it comes to that. But I think for the most part, we've begun to build our system. And if you think about the way a system is ran, it doesn't matter who's filling the system is the solution. People will fail you, but the system is always a solution. And so our system now, I don't want to say it's bulletproof, but it's becoming less flawed. And I love that, because I'm not going to sit here and say our whole system is perfect, but fuck, when you're talking to Yahoo about business within your first 8 months of opening your doors, I think that says something about the level of creativity and content and street cred that we've developed and created for ourselves as a company. And I gotta be honest, I'm not biased when I say this. I have the best fucking team on the planet. They do say, if you build it, they will come. We built this. We started this company in my bedroom with my partner. He would leave work every day. He'd get up at 5:45 in the morning, if not earlier, go to work, get off at 3:45, come straight to my house, and from 4:30 until midnight, we were trying to figure out what we were doing, because we wanted to learn the internet marketing game. We wanted to learn social media. We wanted to learn psychology of humans and social media and what that looked like, because every platform is different. Snapchat's not the same as Instagram. Instagram's not the same as Facebook, guys. It's a different language. So you had to kind of figure out and master what language we had to speak. And so we did that day in and day out and day in and day out. And not for a year, but for years. So when people look at me and they're like, oh, you guys have made it, oh, it's been overnight, oh, I'm so, I get it, and I love you guys for even inboxing us that information, but it hasn't been overnight. We slaved away. I borrowed money from my partner just to pay rent. This is what happened within the years of us trying to build at scale and trying to figure out what it looked like. Finally, we got it. When we launched DMP, we ended up getting it right. And I once read that it takes 10 years for 1 year to change your life. 10 years for 1 year to change your life. In 10 years, you have one idea that if you stick with it long enough, the next 12 months will change your entire life for the next 10 years. And that's just what we did. Now here's the thing, most people would literally quit 3 feet before they find the gold. And so if you're watching this, which I know you are, and you're going through the motions of things, don't quit. I mean, sometimes you gotta throw a bunch of shit against the wall to see what the fuck sticks. We fell over and over and over and over and over again, but we found the one thing within 10 years that's actually worked. So if you're going through the motion and you're like hoping, don't quit. Keep going, keep trying new things, keep innovating yourself, because at some point it will work. Now remember, it may still take you 10 years.